Showing effect. In this lesson, I'll be talking about the word effect and its synonyms like impact or influence, which are used in the context when you want to show cause and effect or the effect of something on something else. Well, the words affect, impact, or influence, for them, the preposition you use is on. Be careful. Now, among these, the most famous is the word affect itself. Affect as a noun is a change caused by something. Here are some key sentences, and the key parts are in bold. She was one of the first scientists to study the effects of radiation on the human body. Effect on. Effect on. At first, the treatment seemed to have no effect. No effect. Some people believe that television has a positive effect on our lives, while others think that it has a negative effect. Well, two collocations: positive effect, negative effect. Again, we say to have effect on our lives. Next one, building hundreds of new homes is likely to have an adverse effect on the environment. You can say adverse or you can say adverse, two pronunciations. Again, you can see that pronunciation, the preposition is on. Adverse effect on the environment. Next sentence. The food we eat has a significant effect upon our mental ability. Significant effect. This is the collocation. Upon is the same as on. The only difference is that upon is more formal. It's just like you say on our mental ability. The decision could have far-reaching effects. A good collocation. Far-reaching means extensive, means widespread. Now, when you say to have far-reaching effects, it means it has effect on a lot of people or things. The next word is impact. Impact. Please pay attention. When this one is a noun, the pronunciation is impact. Impact. When it's a verb, the pronunciation is impact. Impact. It's on the second syllable. Now, impact as a noun means the effect that something has, especially a big and permanent effect that happens as a result of something important. Let's get to the first sentence. In practice, the change in the law did not have much impact. Have much impact. His work has had an enormous impact on the study of genetics. Again, you can see impact on. The preposition we use after impact is on, and enormous impact, this is the collocation. Next one, the war had a devastating impact on the country's industries. Devastating is something bad or something negative. Population growth will have a profound impact upon world demand for food. I need to say that again. Here we have upon, here we have on. They are the same. The only difference is that upon is more formal than on. Here we have influence. Influence. Well, before I continue, I need to say that most of the sentences here have been taken from the Longman Dictionary. Some have been modified and some have been added. Good. Influence is the effect that something has on people's opinions or behavior or on how something develops. The first sentence is, in his book, Macron examined the influence of media on our society. Again, you have influence on our society. The French Revolution had a considerable influence on the political landscape of Europe in the 19th century. This one is considerable. Considerable. Examine the influence. Considerable influence. Considerable is a good adjective for influence. For much of the 20th century, Berlin exerted a unique influence on the world. It had a unique influence. This section we have side effect. Side effect. This one is especially good for people who want to have medical or health related texts. Side effect is an unwanted effect that something has in addition to its good effects. Side effect is used especially about drugs and medical treatments. Experts warn that this is a powerful drug which can have dangerous side effects. It means that the drug has good effects, but in addition to that, it might have some bad effects or unwanted effects. Common side effects of the treatment include headaches and muscle pains. Possible side effects of the treatment include nausea and diarrhea. Nausea is the feeling to vomit, feeling of vomiting. Here we have another good word, after effects. After effects, that is, bad effects that continue for a long time after the thing that caused them. The country is still suffering from the after effects of war. Imagine two countries, they had a war, and still years after the war, they are facing or suffering from the after effects. The after effects of the illness can last for months. His performance was compromised by the after effects of a chest infection. Knock-on effect. Knock-on effect. This is mostly British. A British English phrase when used when something has an effect on something, which then has an effect on something else. So it means it can has effect on A, again on B, on C, and this continues. The strikes are likely to have a knock-on effect on the whole economy. Effect on. If one flight is delayed, this is a good example, pay attention. If one flight is delayed, it can have knock-on effects on the other flights. It means it can cause other flights to be delayed as well. Repercussions. Repercussions. Well, repercussion is something bad, something negative. The bad effects that happen later as a result of an event which continue for a long time afterwards. It was a major economic crisis with serious social and political repercussions. The scandal could have serious repercussions for her political career. Well, the key point here is that use it in its plural form. Repercussions. Repercussions. Well, the last word in the list is implications. Implications. Use it in its plural form, like repercussions. Well, implications means the possible effects that something is likely to have in the future. Likely to have in the future means possible effects that might have. The results of the study could have important implications for future educational policy. This is the preposition you use after implications. For important implications for future educational policy. Another sentence. Some people believe that the increase in air travel will have serious implications for the climate. Again, implications for serious implications, important implications.